Hey, guess what?
What?
There's a new Eastwynne video out.
Ooh.
You already know I like
Super
and subscribe to show my support. So what are you waiting for?
She's really good.
Seriously, how did we get here? If you're in the know, then you would know that Eastwynne is a Blender animated series. Right? Well, it was made in Blender, but unfortunately, some good things have to come to an end. Well, maybe not a complete end. Okay, so I'm the kind of girl that likes to take her time on things. Whether that's rendering, where time literally equals money, or the actual production side of things, where time equals a lifespan. And me not wanting to take 200 years to produce one episode has led to this new chapter, bringing Blender magic to Sims. Animation. There's nothing much to it, right? Move a few bones, add a few keyframes, then put it in Sims 4 Studio and you're good to go, right? Wrong. The animation process for Eastwynne actually involves a few steps. Now you know, I have to be really over the top when it comes to animation. And you know what that means? Mocap! So mocap is usually recorded by me, or I get it from some other lovely, wonderful sources. Next, I have to convert the mocap to Sims 4. Of course, I can't forget the facial mocap as well. Now I'm going to clean up the animation and make sure everything looks good, or at least good enough. Pro tip, I really recommend using the Sims 4 Sim Ripper to extract whatever Sims are going to be using these animations and actually use them to animate in Blender. This way you can see how the animations look on the Sim, and it's especially useful to see how the facial animations will look. This also really helps if you have Sims of different heights, so you can see how the animations line up. If some part of the set is important to the animation, I also like to recreate the set a bit in Blender so I can use it as a guide. I totally recommend a plugin called Animation Layers. It allows you to create layers for your animation. Let me show you. So I have a few different layers here. Usually it's just to make adjustments on top of the main animation. So I have a few different facial animation layers. Then I have like some body adjustment layers. And if you turn them off and on, you can see how it's basically an overlay of a bunch of different animation layers. Sorry, y'all, I do not know of a better way to explain this. Once I'm done with animating and cleaning it up, then it's time to import this animation into Sims 4 Studio. Since I animated the whole scene, I like to actually split it up. Why? Because it would be annoying to have like a 2-minute animation playing in a game. So I split up the animation by shot. For the first part of scene 1, there were 20 animations. Now this is where the real magic happens, baby. Let's start with the Sims. Of course, I'm using awesome, amazing custom content by our awesome, amazing custom content creators. I'm not going to list everything, but I do want to bring up some custom content. I really like the teeth and body replacement by MagicBot. I also like the cube map replacement for the eyes by Alfc. It basically makes the eyes shiny. Moving on to the sets. Pro tip. I recommend, if you don't plan on showing the exterior of a set and the interior at the same time, have them be 2 separate lots. For example, Esther's house has 2 different lots, one for the interior and one for the exterior. Why I recommend this? Well, for me personally, the outside of her house is too small. It can't fit all of this on the inside, so it just makes it easier for me to have 2 separate lots. But there can be a lot of other reasons to do this as well. It's really a convenience thing. Y'all, I truly cannot build, so I'd also recommend looking up floor plans on Google. Any inspiration you can use when building any set. Okay. Now I know you see it, and I do too. This huge green screen dome. Remember when I said adding Blender magic to Sims 4? This is what I mean. Eastwynne is going to use a lot of green screen for set expansion. I do not feel like recreating all of these sets I made in Blender in Sims. Some of it isn't even possible, or I just don't have the ability to. Okay, now for the funnest part, filming. I really don't have fancy filming techniques. It mostly consists of using the teleporter and tool. Can't forget the pose player too. And of course, reshade. Oh, I can't forget. You remember the moving door shot? It was actually moving. What I did was convert a door to an accessory, weighted it to the prop bones, and then animated the prop bones. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the filming part. This is where the real magic happens. For editing, of course, I bring out the bad boy that is Adobe After Effects. I mainly used it for chroma keying, a little color correcting, and then adding some light rays. Let me tell you, editing out the green screen markers was super annoying. I really didn't think it was going to be that challenging, but it surprisingly kind of was. I will be making a green screen tutorial. There's just one other thing I want to test out before I make it, so be on the lookout for that. For the rest of the editing, I actually use Vegas Pro. This is to put everything together, the sound effects, the clips, and then add some more color correcting effects, and go from there. Why use Vegas instead of Premiere? Well, Premiere has annoyed me one too many times, so Vegas is just my safe editing program, and even that likes to crash. And that's that on that. I hope this video kind of helped y'all out. I mean, it wasn't that in-depth, but this is pretty much what I did to recreate the first scene of episode 1 in Sims 4. Let me know if I should continue this little behind the scenes series, and also let me know if there's any tutorials you want to see. Catch you later.